What's up everyone, this is CoyneDawg here with another GTA video. So in this video we're going to be reviewing the final round of Lap Time Legends, which was around a track named Tarmac and Dirt. So this is obviously pretty different from all the previous rounds we've done, being on an off-road surface for much of the track. And we also chose the off-road class at the request of the people taking part. I did a little poll on Discord and the majority of people wanted to use the off-road class. So that's what I went with. The off-road class is not my speciality when it comes to driving. I found setting the power time of this track pretty difficult. But as you'll see here, everyone's lap pretty much is different. No one's taking exactly the same lines, and I think that's what the off-road class does because it's so difficult to drive. Particularly Benimi. Benimi definitely gets the award for the most creative lap. As you'll see, some of the lines that he takes are pretty crazy, to be honest, and he still beats the par time. So good job to Benimi on that. And in some ways, I think this track was a really good track to choose for the competition because it is so open. It allows people to take these crazy lines that you wouldn't normally be able to take. If you think about some of the previous rounds, the tracks were fairly linear, I think, was probably the word to describe them as. You can see what I'm talking about here with Benimi going off on his own little journey here, going the wrong way around the tree compared to everyone else and everything. It was quite funny to see that, and he still beat the par time. But yeah, so this track allows that, whereas all the others, they were kind of a linear circuit where you've only really got one line you can take through the corners. And because of that, it's just a case of who can take that line, the best and all that sort of stuff. Whereas this, people have identified completely new lines that I didn't think of when I was testing the track out to select it. And I think it promotes more interesting competition between people, and it makes the laps more interesting when you watch them and you see everyone doing different things. Like this line here into the tube, where people discovered if you drove full speed into the tube and you hit it just right, then the curve of the tube would take you around and you didn't need to brake. Now, that's pretty interesting that people found that, and I would hope that that Abe, the person who made this track, and thank you Abe for letting us use your circuit by the way, that he would see that and think, okay, maybe I need to change that now, because for hot lapping, people are going to find those sorts of things, but you don't really, if it was being used at a proper race or an event, you wouldn't like to see people doing that sort of line, I don't think. But yeah, for the hot lapping perspective, I was pretty impressed that people identified these interesting little things they could do. So these two that you've seen here, they're the only two that use the Desert Raid. Everyone else used the trophy truck. And a big welcome to Kwasniakk as well. He's a new member to the competition. I don't think he took part in any previous rounds, but he's joined in on the last round, which is great. And it's what I said right from the start. This was a casual competition. People can come and go as they please, and people have. We've had a lot of people that have taken part in previous rounds that haven't taken part in the future ones, and vice versa. But it's stayed relatively stable in terms of the total number of competitors. It's just been a difference in names for certain people. That's all. But yeah, so those are the two Desert Raid laps, sorry. And then ultimately we've got Obi and Scrazor here with the top two times. And Obi, as you can see, absolutely annihilated this track. He was like 2 seconds quicker than Scrazor. I have a feeling there might have been a little bit of fun and games going on, as you'll see when we get to the final standings. I think this may have been set up a little bit. But I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, so just to talk you through these laps in a bit more detail, so as you can see, Obi and Scrazor are pretty much neck and neck right now. There's nothing in them at all, right up to here. And it's quite interesting when you look at how big the total gap is, how close they are at this point. Obi's just started to pull out a little bit of an advantage now. But the lines that they're taking are pretty similar, and now that they've caught back up again there, and they're pretty much level. But after that point there, on that checkpoint on the bridge, that's when the gap really starts to open, and you'll be able to see it as we go through this now. So you can see Obi as we're coming around here, he's just a slight little bit ahead. And then for some reason, Scrazor goes really wide there, and I think that loses him quite a lot of time if you watch where they are when they get to the tree now. You can see Obi he's already round the tree by the time that Scrazor gets there. And I think that was the big mistake that Scrazor made, to be honest, on the lap. But as I said, I have a feeling that they're having a little bit of fun to try and get the final scores as close together as possible, as you'll see in a minute. But yeah, so GG to Obi there with the final results. So it was a really big points round for him, 247 points. Like I said, I found the par time quite difficult to set on this, but you can see everyone apart from one person beat the par time there. And then the final results. So Scrazor won the competition by half a point. Which might not have been set up, I don't know, but really good to see those two right at the top there. And so Scrazor's won the competition overall. So, and obviously Obi's there in second and Netrex is there in third. So well done to those three for getting the top three, and well done to everyone else, and thank you for taking part. I hope you guys have had a lot of fun with this. I feel like you know, a lot of people's times have improved and their skills have improved over it. There's people that at the very first round, they couldn't beat any of the par-times, and as we've gone on, you know, they've managed to beat par-times, so I feel like they've got quicker and they've got something out of it. I certainly enjoyed, you know, getting it arranged for you guys as well. So, you know, thank you very much for that, and thank you to the viewers as well that have been watching it. We've been getting quite good views on the videos, and obviously a lot of you haven't been taking part, so I guess you've just been interested to see how people have been doing and all that sort of stuff. So thank you very much for that. But I was going to do like a separate video as a recap of the whole thing, but I don't think I'll bother. I feel like, you know, the 4 videos I've done is enough, and you know, people can go and watch the previous rounds if they want to. This is that last slide there was a good summary of everything. And the slides you see now, they just show you the different tracks we've been on as we've been through this journey together. But yeah, so the second season of this I'm hoping to arrange in October time, so I hope that the people that have taken part in season 1 will be interested still for season 2, and hopefully we'll get some new names in there as well. You know, who knows how many people we'll have involved by then. If anyone does want to get involved and you haven't done previously, and obviously you play on PC, then just get along onto my Discord, because it'll be kept up to date on there, and I'll probably put a video out closer to the time. And also thank you very much to Abe for letting me use the GTARacing.net format for the keeping track of the lap times, etc. It was a big help to me to keep track of where people were, etc., without all the manual stuff that I had to do in the test round. So thank you very much for that, and I hope I can use it again in future seasons. But thanks once again for everyone that took part, and I'll be back again soon.